Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. So it seems like Shaquille O'Neal's mother did not approve of his first marriage to, what's her name, Shanice. And I want to get into the story because it came across my wire a couple of days ago. Kind of wanted to read on it, think on it, and then see if any comments pop up on it, and then respond to those too. So let's get into it because this really should be a teaching lesson for women, for young girls especially, and older women too. But here we go. This is from complex.com, and it reads, Shaq's mom says her son's former marriage wasn't the right relationship. Quote, we have to let it happen. O'Neal was married to Basketball Wives creator and executive producer Shaunie Henderson from 2002 to 2009. Now, it's funny they said Basketball Wives creator and executive producer because if it wasn't for Shaquille O'Neal or her marriage to Shaquille O'Neal, she most likely wouldn't have had this show. But let's continue. Lucille O'Neal, the mother of basketball legend and sports analyst Shaquille O'Neal, shared her perspective of the breakdown of her son's former marriage while on the radio show Sway in the Morning. While visiting the program with Sonia Curry, the mother of Golden State Warriors point guard Stephen Curry, around a 30-minute mark, Calloway asked O'Neal how it was when Shaq met his first wife, Shaunie Henderson, nee Nelson. O'Neal made her response brief but thorough, saying that before her son's marriage, she'd reached a point where she felt her place in Shaq's life was secure. Now, the brief and thorough part, I can understand with that. I can understand that because my father is the same way. He will say things. You can ask him a question. Now, the older he get, more wisdom. The older he get, he might go in more detail. But for the most part, if you ask him a question, he's giving you wisdom or advice. He's not a long, drawn out person. Now, me, I'm probably the opposite, especially with my daughters. They'll tell you that when I start talking about a subject, I get to talking, and it's funny because they say, "Uh-oh, here go Daddy one of his long explanations again." Because especially like if we're in the car and we talking about something, man, that whole conversation, before you know it, I done spoke 10, 15, 20 minutes, but I kind of toned it down a little bit because, I pay attention to what people say. So I try to figure out a way to brief it, try to figure out a way to speak like my dad. And I like in text messages, things like that. It might be real brief because I don't like texting a long time. So that might be the best thing for me. But anyway, so like I said, I understand. So they said she was brief but thorough. Like I said, my father's the same way. But that's what happened when, you're older, I think, and you get wisdom and you learn how to say a lot without saying much. She said, I don't care who he marry or who he get with. I know my place and I'm secure in it. She said, because, a lot of times females will say that that the mother needs to know her place. She's just afraid that that a new woman came into the life and gonna take her place. And with a real man, that's never going to be the case. You're never going to take the place of a guy's mother. Now, if you're trying to, that's where the conflicts and the battles start. And it's nothing that he started. It's something that your insecurity as a woman caused. Because, like I say, if you understand your role, you understand the mother's role, there's no comparison. There's no replacing. The mom knows who she is. The son knows who she is. And the son knows who his wife is or the fiance or whoever. And like I say, you're not going to take nobody's place. The mom's going to always be the mom, and you, hopefully by the will of the Most High, you'll always be the wife. But you have women who think they're going to come in and I don't know. It's always like there's a battle between women. I don't get it. Even like sometimes I see battle women in their own daughters and they try to compete with them. Only time me and my dad ever competed was probably playing basketball or boxing in you know what I'm saying, in the backyard. That was it. Other than that, there was no, I mean, from what I saw, there was no competition. It was more of a, he's trying to teach lessons to me. That's it. Teaching your son get too big for his britches. Sometimes you got to chop him down, but that's how you teach a boy to be a man. Not let him just think he can just run all over people. Let him, you know what I'm saying, make sure he, thinks and makes wise decisions and understands the game and not just run out there all willy-nilly and do whatever. And then when the consequences come, now you want, someone to feel sorry for you. Emotional, like women do. But like I say, I've seen women for some reason they compete with each other and as a man, and I know other guys who feel the same way. It's like we do not understand what the problem is because, like I said, I mean, there's just no comparison. Okay, mom needs something, she gonna get it. You need something, you gonna get it. Then they do that question of, well, if your mom was in the ocean and I was in the ocean and we both drowned and you had one, like what do you say, a life jacket or one life raft with a little donut, and you had to throw it out to save one of us, who would you save? They ask little dumb questions like that. And I'd be like, well, if you had to ask, then you must know it's not you. I say dumb stuff like that just to, get under people's, get under their skin, whatever. Because it's like, it's rhetorical, it's dumb, and it doesn't matter because I, as a man, will try to figure out if I can't save both of you. Matter of fact, probably going to say, hey, both of y'all get close because it is a flotation device. So why in the hell can't the both of y'all grab it? You see what I'm saying? This is really common sense. But anywho, what was the Bible story with the two? One was a mother and the other woman who both of them claimed they were the mother of this child, and king, was it Samson? God, dog, I forgot that quick. Anyway, the king said, okay, if both of y'all want them, then how about we just chop the baby in half? And then the woman said, no, don't chop the baby, she can keep it. Another woman said, yeah, go and chop him. He's like, well, I know who the real mother is, and they get him. The other one off of their head. I don't know, that's what he said, but it's just logical. You use logic. But anyway, let me get back to the story before I have these women turn the video off before I get to finish my points. But it's hard to see them go into a relationship and somehow you may feel maybe that might not be the right relationship, but we have to step back and we have to let it happen. So basically, like I say, short to the point, she felt that it wasn't the right relationship. Here's the thing. That's what the elders are supposed to do. That's why they live. That's why they get knowledge. That's why they gain experience, to teach the youth. The problem is people want to pick and choose what they want to learn, right? Now, mama can go in there and teach you how to bake smothered chicken, pork chops, greens, collard greens, black eyed peas, sweet potato pie, whatever. She can tell you that. She can tell you how to hem a dress, teach you how to mop, teach you how to go to work, go to school, whatever. But you'll learn that from a mother-in-law, what have you. But then when it comes to relationships, you don't want to listen. First thing you want to do is say, oh, she hating. She think I'm taking her son. And sometimes older women will tell you that man, here come a girl, sometimes they will say she finna come and try to take my son from her. And it happens. But mature women understand their place. They are solid in their position. And younger girls or younger women should feel the same. When you don't, that's where the problems arise. So as an elder, and this is like go back to biblical times, and even some of the countries in the East, they still vet the people that their children are going to marry, going to court or be courted by. They vet, I know even, hell, I remember back in high school, I had to meet I remember dating this one young lady, a couple, actually, shoot, I think not all of them, but majority of them, more than high school. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I had to like meet the parents before we went out on dates to the movies. This, that, and the third. Hell, I even had to go to the movies, meet the girl at the movies, and her brothers come jumping out. Her little brother jumping out the van with them. I mean, that's how it went back in the day. Like even my kids is like my daughters, they date somebody, you know what I'm saying? I need to meet them. I want to meet them. I want to talk to them. Regardless, it just has to happen because I can meet as a guy, guys, and as a woman, women. Can't pick and choose when you know and you don't know. So if she felt some type of way about Shaunie, then apparently it was valid because Shaunie came out in a video not too long ago, in an interview not too long ago saying, oh no, her book, that's what it was. In a book not too long ago saying that she really didn't love Shaq. She don't think she really was in love. Like the guy she with now, the first time she really been in love. So, I mean, so it seems like the mama was on point. So, like I say, it's best to listen to the elders. And as for the elders, the OGs or whatever, is you need to teach these youngers whether they listen or not, because I promise you, they will pay attention and eventually it'll click and they'll go back to that teaching that you gave them, hopefully. As for Curry, she never had a doubt about any of her children-in-law, saying that she prayed for her children's significant others since they were babies. That's something a woman to do, boy, I swear. I literally every night pray that God will bring godly woman and a man into their lives, and he has not failed me yet, she said, and I have 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws and a son-in-law that I actually consider them daughters now and a son. The dang Aisha, you better watch out for that Aisha, man, because she's out there trying to show skin and get on that internet, and it's kind of dangerous. I think she done scaled it back a little, but there was a time where it looked like she was trying to get out in them streets, but I think that's what happens sometimes when people, they think the grass is green on the other side. They have a perfect, not gonna say perfect, but I guess a good relationship. Your man making money, your man's famous or whatever, but your man's making money, taking care of the house. You doing what you got to do, take care of the house too. You might got your job or whatever you're doing. Got the kids, what have you, got that security, but for some reason you're not out there with these women out here, twerking and tweaking and whatever the heck they're doing on these internet streets, Instagram streets, and you feel like you're missing something. Man, trust me, there's nothing out there that you're missing. That's for the fellas too. It's for the fellas too. Ain't nothing out there you missing. Curry added that she has great relationships with her children's spouses and even joked that there's a no return policy. But O'Neal's comment might not sit well with Nelson, who shares 4 children with Shaq and was married to the former NBA player from 2002 to 2009. Again, she must have been on to something because they was only married, anywhere from 6.5 to 7 years. But Shaq say he still took care of his kids. Hell, he even take care of his exes if they need things, which is kind of thrown off to me, but it is what it is, especially when they perfectly capable of doing whatever they need to do. Just take care of your kids, buddy. But anyway, like I said, that's the role of the elders. The role of the elders is to teach the youngins to, how to just to give them wisdom. Just to give them wisdom. You see a young lady, see a young man that your child is dating, you vet them, you pay attention to them. A lot of times, the older folk, they can look and say, something about her ain't right, or something about him ain't right. And you got to listen to that. That's why a lot of times people like these brothers, these men, we get on these young ladies talking about these single parent households, because you got to have a guy, especially when you got, when you got daughters, you need that man in that house to be able to vet anybody that tries to date or court your daughter. And if you got boys, you definitely need a man in the house to try to help raise that boy and turn him into a man, because you can't do it by yourself. And that's including single dads, and, grandparents, and this, that, and the third. You got to have that nucleus, that man and that woman, to be able to, wholly raise that child, because something most definitely will be missing no matter what. But for those of y'all who are hating, who may be hating on Shaquille O'Neal's mother, all I'm going to say is you got kids and one day you're going to be older. Like, A lot of times you see females say these women are hating when they go to the airport wearing little or nothing. And Monique says something. It's not that Monique is hating. Monique got more money than you. Monique can fly anytime, probably more than you, anytime she get ready. She ain't worried about you or your little bonnet. She's just trying to say how you present yourself, because eventually you're going to get older and you're going to want, you know what I'm saying, a decent man to settle down with. Regardless, if you right for him or not, that's what you're going to want. And you're going to attract what you present. So you present skin. If you present sexuality, if that's your go-to, the first thing that people see, then you're gonna get some horny little devils. So just be prepared. Don't be upset. That's all you get. Do not be upset. Look at a couple of comments before I leave. Let's see. Shaq's mother knows things about the marriage that the public doesn't. She knew his wife and the public does not. She probably knows what she's talking about as far as her son choosing the wrong wife. I would say most of the men in the NBA, NFL choose the wrong wife at some point. It is going on. It may take a little maturity and life experience for them to realize who is wife material and who is not. That's true. It says she is still banking off him to this day. Book about Shaq, your show because of Shaq. People know your period because of Shaq. And most important, the money she kept secretly stole from him and bragged about it. You're remarried now. What about your husband is relevant for you to cash in on? And another one says, Mama knows best. I think that's, I only see 3 comments. Okay, so basically people saying, yeah, Mama knows best. Like I said, you get older, you get wiser. You can see the youth that's coming up, and you can pretty much understand who they are and figure them out real quick. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's dialogue. You know how we do around here. There's 4 ways you can support the channel that doesn't cost you a thing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All 4 ways don't cost you anything. Maybe a couple of minutes out your day, and it helps boost the channel and the videos and the algorithm, and I appreciate it. But if you do want to support monetarily, you can give super thanks, super chats, or go to the description box. There are links there below that you can click on and help support, as in, like, for example, marlonmorale.com website is a store where I sell perfumes, colognes for men and women, long-lasting, luxurious scents. Also, we got silk do-rags, silk scarves for the ladies, and also beard kit, sandalwood, which is like clinically proven to help stimulate hair follicle growth. All that at a fraction of the cost of luxury brands in the same material. Like I said, with the silk, you got, like I said, 100% double twill silk, the same silk that you'll see like in stores like Hermes. Same size scarf, same material. On that website, you can pay anywhere from like $1,500 to $4,000 or $5,000, depends on the scarf. But on my website, same material, fraction of the cost. It's just that you're not paying for that name. But anyway, check it out, marlonmorale.com. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.